A half-dozen fire companies from the area met at the Hazleton Fire Department last night to talk about regionalization. Responders say the concept would make more efficient use of resources in the area, but as Matthew Petrillo tells us, cost savings wouldn't be immediate.
How much of a disparity was that among the municipalities?
Firemen from Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties fired question after question at York Area United Fire and Rescue Chief Robert McCoy. The nearly 2-hour roundtable discussion was meant to encourage area fire departments to put regionalization into action. McCoy says the effort could save departments money.
We all know that we have to start looking at avenues to share services. The cost of everything is going up. But a lot of times it's just the unknown of how it's going to work because, especially in the fire service, you have a history of independence amongst the fire departments.
But as budgets are shrinking, so is that independence. For instance, while Hazleton has a mix of career, part-time, and volunteer firefighters, West Hazleton only has part-timers and volunteers. Because of that, McCoy says the need for interdependence among fire departments is growing.
We struggle to bring new volunteers in.
McCoy helped his York Fire Department become the first regional merger in the state. But Hazleton is different. 3 counties, Luzerne, Carbon, and Schuylkill counties, are within 5 miles of each other, and that poses potential safety concerns. But Hazleton Fire Chief Donald Leschko says it just requires strategic planning.
I think county boundary lines will have nothing on this, any type of regionalization, but I think it's the members and everybody working together towards a common goal. And as the chief said, most importantly, the efficient delivery of fire protection.
Though the savings won't be immediate, McCoy says it will pay off in the long run. Bulk purchasing could lower the price tags for departments, and planning out capital purchases would save stations in close proximity from purchasing the same expensive equipment. But it's not all about the money.
The number one benefit is efficient fire service, and that's been our primary goal between Chief Leschko and myself with the agreement from day one with the talks between the two.
Truly and wholeheartedly agree with the chief. It's about the citizens. It's about our residents and making sure they're safe.
Hazleton and West Hazleton began regionalization talks last October, and 2 weeks ago, officials agreed to allow the departments to assist each other on major incidents and further regionalization talks. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Hazleton.
And time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar. Finally, no showers, no flurries. That's just ground radiation around the radar side, and that means make room for some sunny skies. Our creative condition tonight, perfect for today and right into the weekend. It's by Raisa Bonifacio, a 3rd grader at West Hazleton Elementary Middle School, and she drew her house in a big tree and says it's a sunny day and she's outside playing with a ball. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazleton. Tonight, mostly cloudy, still chilly, low down to 27. Then for Friday, mostly sunny with a high near 52. Clear at night, a low down to 21. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 48. Slight chance of sprinkles, maybe flurries in the evening with a low around 35. And Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers and a high near 56. Overnight, 41. And Monday, cloudy, a chance of showers, a high, can't believe it, near 58 degrees. On to Schuylkill County tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 31. Then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy, slight chance of rain in the morning with a high near 52, overnight low 27. Saturday, sunny, a high near 51, overnights 34. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of afternoon showers, a high up to 58 degrees, a low around 42. And Monday, mostly cloudy with a chance of showers, look at that, and a high of 60. That's awesome. Well, women deserve a little pampering every now and then, and with all the hard work they do for the community and their families. So last evening, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce held its 7th annual Ladies' Night Out event at Carmen's Country Inn and Gardens. Over 100 women enjoyed some delicious treats and cocktails as they took in a host of different vendors. Every business there was all about women. There were even chair massages for a little R&R. All the money that was raised at the event goes toward a special grant to help women out even more.
The money that we make on this goes towards our Women's Empowerment Grant that we give every year to women going back into to school to better themselves in the workplace.
Everybody who came out last night said they enjoyed the evening to socialize and get a little pampering in. An event of a different kind to find a very devastating disease in West Hazleton today. No, it wasn't babies behind bars, even though that's pretty cute. It was the annual lockup fundraiser for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. 75 volunteers from throughout the community, including our own Janine Mazurkevich, agreed to be locked up and reach out to friends and businesses to provide bail money, which was immediately turned over to the MDA. Funds raised today will help the association advance research and provide some services.
such as durable medical equipment repair and modification, which everyone gets allowance of that per year, our expense-free summer camp for the kids, so kids are able to go to summer camps completely free for them the week. We also have support groups. We have 2 clinics, and patients have the opportunities to go to clinic 4 times a year. So all the money goes to fund those both research and support services.
Once all the bail and other donations are counted, the association hopes to raise about $20,000 from today's lockup. And still ahead on News 13, spring sports finally getting the weather they require. Fred Barletta with the action in News 13 Sports. And then prepare to place your bids. We'll tell you about a huge auction for an important cause when News 13 continues. And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. The daily number 504, the big 4 0056, Quinto 39913, and the treasure hunt 14, 16, 17, 22, 25. Hope you won.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Nuremberg Community Players will be presenting The Cafe Murder by Nathan Hartswick on 2 weekends at 2 different locations. First, April 26th and 27th at Black Creek United Methodist Church, and on May 10th and 11th at the Christ Lutheran Church. For tickets and information, please call 570-384-4407. And finally, the American Cancer Society is now looking for volunteers for the Road to Recovery program, which provides transportation for many patients. Drivers for the greater Hazleton area are needed. For more information, please call Jen 1-800-227-2345 or visit cancer.org. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Emma M. Sherman, formerly of Zion Grove. Funeral will be held Saturday at noon from the Stauffer Bresnik Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. And Ann Smechko of Freeland. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Our Lady of Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazleton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, once again, the Hazleton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 570-501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Well, Hazleton area Cougars finally got to play on their home field down at Antonozy, and well, they came into this one having played 3 non-conference games, all of them south of here, where at least the weather was tolerable to get them in. Cougars had won 1 of those 3, so we're looking to maybe get things off on the right foot in Wyoming Valley Conference play. Let's go down to the Rex Antonozy Field, home of the Cougars and the legendary baseball facility. You take a look, Cougars wearing the home whites with the pinstripes, and early on, well, Coughlin would get on the board. They would take advantage of a lot of wildness by the Hazleton pitching, but we get the same thing out of Coughlin, and I think a lot of it could probably go right back to the weather. Very, very unfriendly baseball-like conditions out there, and while Coughlin would jump out and score some runs, it would actually be tied 5-5 in the 4th inning, and that's where they would play it out there. And then, in the top of the 7th inning, the Coughlin Crusaders would break the tie and break through, and that'd be the difference in the ball game. It wasn't a pretty one by any means. A lot of walks, as we said. Now, defensively, the Cougars made a couple of miscues that came back to hurt them. Coughlin wins this one. There's your final. Coughlin, 9-5 winners over the Cougars. Hazleton area right back at it today. They'll be hosting Wyoming Valley West. Now, other Wyoming Valley Conference baseball, the MMI Preppers, they scored 9 runs. Usually that's going to win games for you. Well, that's unless you give up 17 of them. And it really was the MMI pitching that got hit hard. The defense really can't be blamed for this one. Tri-Valley, 4-1 winners over Marion despite an RBI double off the bat of Luke Staywick. Go to softball, where Nativity blanks MMI in non-conference action 10-0. Final in that one for the Golden Girls. And also in non-conference, Hazleton area's Lady Cougars rout Allentown Central Catholic down at Patriots Park. So might have been real cold down there, but the Lady Cougar Bats were anything but. Track and field yesterday. It was a nail-biter on the boys' side between Hazleton area and Tunkhannock, and the Cougars outlast Tunkhannock up in Wyoming County. 78-72. The final in that one give the first win of the season to the Cougars. And on the girls' side of things, well, the defending district champions looked every bit the part yesterday. Hazleton area, when they finally got on the track, they dominated Tunkhannock. 105-45, the final in that one. Now, as we said, the Lady Cougars are the defending district champs. They also were Wyoming Valley Conference champs a year ago. And let's take a peek. Our Mike Madry stopped down and checked things out with the Lady Cougars.
The Hazleton girls track team is sure hoping to see some action starting soon. With this atrocious so-called spring weather here, there hasn't been much the Lady Cougars can do.
Glad we're getting started tomorrow. I hope we get in at Tunkhannock. You know, if we're going to freeze, we'll freeze up on Tunkhannock, but it's been brutal. We didn't get in any exhibitions, no scrimmages.
With the Lady Cougars dominating the league and taking districts, their coach sure hopes this team will answer with a strong start of the season. And even though there hasn't been any scrimmages, they know they've got talent.
We have to stay healthy. We can't lose some people in some key events. We're done. The key to the season is our distance performs like they're capable of performing. Our sprinters, there are in our jumpers. There are 3 strong points. We have to keep those people healthy, and we have to go out and do the job.
The players and coaches are hoping that this bad weather is not a distraction to the season. With hardly any scrimmages and no expedition games, the players know they're going in blind. In Hazleton, I'm Mike Madry for News 13.
And we're brought to you by Bottlenecks, where tonight it's Rack 'em Up Rib Night. They're racking up their flavor with fire grilled ribs. You get a half rack of meaty, fall off the bone St. Louis style spare ribs, and it is smothered in that sweet barbecue sauce. They fire grill it and serve it with bottomless fries for just $9.95. And oh, don't forget, huge imported beer selection, pool, darts, shuffleboard. Good time waiting for you up at Bottlenecks.
And finally for tonight, ready to have some good fun for a good cause? Catholic Social Services getting ready for its major fundraiser this weekend. And as Stephanie Gorney tells us, you can bid on tons of great stuff.
While the weather has been on the cold side lately, spring is still in the air, and it is time to get ready for the annual Catholic Social Services Spring Fling. On Saturday, the basket auction that has been going on for many years will be held once again at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church.
The auxiliary has been doing this for, oh my gosh, at least 10 years now, and it's a way that it's a fundraising activity that they came up with several years back, and all of the proceeds from this activity benefit services here at the agency.
The way the auction works is that chances will be sold at the door, and then people are able to put the chances in the container of the prize that they hope to win. There is a prize for everyone at this event, including for children, bakers, sport fans, and many more.
We have very exclusive Joe Madden Tampa Bay Rays basket as well that's being donated, baking basket with numerous different baking items in there, lottery boards. So, those items continue to come in.
This is such a big fundraiser for the agency because they end up having to put little cost into it because of the generosity of the community.
Everything here is donated, and it's just a tremendous help because, again, there are no costs, and what we raise goes right back into direct services.
Along with all the great prizes, there will also be homemade food that could be purchased as well.
There will be food sold here that day, traditional homemade food of sausage and peppers and halushki and comforting macaroni and cheese, some good stuff like that.
The doors will open at 10 a.m. on Saturday, and the people feeling lucky enough will have the opportunity to purchase chances up until 2 p.m., which is when the auction will start. Stephanie Gorney, News 13, Hazleton.
A lot of great stuff. That's News 13 for your Thursday. Thank you so much for joining us. You can catch this newscast again with rebroadcasts throughout tonight. Just go to News 13's website annual time, SSPTV.com, where you'll always find the local and regional news you need and the community news you want. For the entire News 13 team, thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Have a great night.